Hey guys, Server back here, and today I'm reviewing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for the PS5. I'm going to go over the same five categories I always do: graphics, performance, gameplay/story, replayability, and then fun factor. Talk about each category, give them a score from 1 to 10, and then average it up. But anyway, just a brief history of my Call of Duty background. I'm not super into Call of Duty. I've played Black Ops 1 and 2. And that may be it. I've played those campaigns. I'm just not really into Call of Duty for some reasons I'll talk about. But this was a good game. It's well-made game, and I had some fun with it. But I'll get more into that as we go on. And this makes me want to go back and play the other campaigns, which I haven't played all of them. I know one didn't even come with a campaign, which is kind of odd, but we'll get into it. So, graphics. This is some footage from the campaign you're seeing now. And as you can see, it's just phenomenal, man. It looks really good. Everything looks good. The character models, the environments, the explosions, the guns, animations. It's just really, really good looking game. It's remarkable. You can play it in 4K. You can also play. Well, I'll talk about the performance, but it looks really, really good. The campaign looks good. Multiplayer looks. It just looks great. I'm gonna give graphics a 10 out of 10. Performance. I didn't have any issues with this game. This is a big budget game. A lot of money, time, and talent went into making this game, and it shows. In the graphics, the dialogue, the character animation, everything just looks and sounds great. It runs at 120 frames a second. The game never crashed. So, I mean, there's really not much to say. The only annoying thing, and I'm not going to dock it a point for this, is like when you go into the menus in this game, it is super annoying. And it'll say press X to restart game because of update, although it's already updated. I don't know, it's too much busyness in the menus. But I'm not going to dock it a point for that. It's just a critique. So, performance a 10. Gameplay/story. So, I'm going to have a whole lot to say about this category. I'm going to start with the story here. So, these Black Ops stories and Call of Duty stories, I'm guessing, I haven't played all of them, but are like big budget, over the top action movies that you play. They're really fun. Some, of course, over the top, sometimes corny, but like it's so much fun. It's just fun. They're really well done, and this one in particular is awesome. Like it has like a home base that you go to that you can explore. It's like an old mansion. No spoilers here, by the way, but you're running into characters that you've been introduced to earlier on in earlier games, and it's just cool. There's mysteries. There's one like level that is super creepy, and I mean it gives me chills like just thinking about it. It was super creepy, and if you've played it, you definitely know what I'm talking about. But that is so just creative and fun and cool how they bring like zombies in different areas of the game all together. Really well done campaign. Really like the home base how they did that. Walk around, upgrade parts of your base. It's kind of like a Metal Gear Solid 5 vibe, like with the base, kind of. But I really liked it, and I like the house that you explore. I like the missions. All the missions are fun. There's one kind of open world mission. Man, it's just awesome. And it's not overly long. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It may have taken me 8 hours because I really explored. I didn't look anything up, trying to solve these puzzles and try to get some trophies out of it. Um, there is no platinum trophy, and that will affect one category coming up: replayability and fun factor. Actually, both of those categories, which is a super bummer. But that's just we'll get to that in a bit. Story is really good, really well done, awesome. Yeah, it makes me want to go play all the rest of them. So, story's great. Now I'm going to talk about the gameplay. So, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. The gameplay is excellent. It feels good, um, especially with the PS5, the haptic feedback, and it plays just really well. It's really responsive. Like I saw a map online of different areas do different damage on the body. It takes a lot of shots to kill somebody sometimes, and people may not like that. But the gameplay, it's kind of a general. This is a really broad category because this has a lot of gameplay in it. I mean, you not only have the story, but you have the multiplayer and zombies. I mean, you're getting a lot of content for $70 here. Zombies is really fun going through. I've played, not a ton of zombies, but I've gone through that with buddies and solo. And all your guns kind of go between modes. It's really cool. Warzone, I've played Warzone. That's free for everybody, so I'm not going to touch much on that here. But I believe all your guns come in like loadouts when you're playing Warzone. And that's not my style. I prefer games that have just like fairness. Like I don't think somebody should have access to different guns than me because they bought the game. I think that's a bad decision there. But the gameplay is just a lot of fun. This is multiplayer you're seeing here. Not my best game. I literally just logged in before this just to get some footage. And this may not look as crisp right here because this is running at 120 frames a second, and they may run that in like 1080p or whatever. But 4K in the campaign looks incredible. But anyway, the gameplay's great. There's a few critiques I have, and I'll get to it in replayability. But you're going in multiplayer. You're going after new skins for your guns, attachments for your guns. You're always like leveling up, trying to prestige. There's always something to go for. So it's an addicting gameplay loop. And if you get tired of multiplayer, you've got the incredible campaign along with zombies. So it's just a lot here. There's competitive, ranked modes, and I don't get all into that. But me and my buddies are even thinking about joining a tournament or two. So there is a ton of content, and Call of Duty is Call of Duty. It's fun. It's well made. It feels good. It's a lot of fun. Very fast paced. So gameplay/story, I'm gonna give an 8. I think that's fair. I would have given it higher because the story to me is even better than like it's the star of the show here. But some of these, like, I guess a minor critique would be like some of these, like this right here, is just so hectic. And like Nuketown, it's fun to go back and revisit that old level, but it is just hectic. And I mean, you can shoot through walls, and there's explosions, purple stuff, people running around looking insane. I wish it was more military based and not so much like skins in your face and people dancing and just crazy. You know what I mean? It's getting a little Fortnite-y kind of. I don't know. So that's my my minor critique. I don't like all the busyness. I wish it was more just. Oh, and I'm going to touch on this too. And this is an afterthought. What is it called? The jumping around in every direction. It's a gimmick. Okay, you may love it, omni whatever. Okay, so people that love Call of Duty, and maybe if you play on mouse and keyboard, it's easier to use omni movement. But it is a gimmick, and let's be real about it. I doubt many people actually dive. I tried to do it here. I don't know if this is the footage I tried to do it in. I played like 2 games, but I tried to actually use it diving while shooting. It just doesn't work as well as they made it seem like. I don't think many people use it like they made it seem like. So that is a huge gimmick. This is a Call of Duty game like a lot of other Call of Duty games. And that's an issue because they're all like the same. Like they are fun. Like I mean, I'm going to dog on them a little bit, but they're very well made fun games. But they don't need to come out every year. It's ridiculous how much they come out. But the people that love this game will just continue to buy every one no matter what. Anyway, omni movement, jumping backwards, running backwards. Maybe you'll run more than you jump backwards, but that's just a huge gimmick. But gameplay/story an 8. Replayability. So the people that are obsessed with Call of Duty will give this a 10, because it does technically have unlimited replayability, But the issue is next year there'll be another one of these. They just come out too often. There's just too many of these games. But I guess that shouldn't impact replayability. But like all you're doing is going for a just more XP to prestige for the 10th time. And once you do that, and some people will do it a lot easier than others because you can pay for XP. Literally, you can pay for XP. You can go buy drinks with codes on it or whatever and pay for double XP. This game does require skill, right? People are going to be better than other people, but If you see somebody at a high level right now, it doesn't mean they're good. It means they've played or paid for it, played more or paid more. It doesn't mean you're good or better than someone else. So that's a huge critique I have of this game. It's just too much pay to win, pay to. It's just pay. It's too much. So that does impact replayability for me because, see, this is everybody gets a trophy leveling. I missed Halo 1, 2, and 3. I think Killzone Mercenary. I miss or anyway, there's a Killzone game, Shadowfall maybe. I want you to go up and down in level. If you do bad or don't play the objective or don't do what you're supposed to do, then you shouldn't level up the same as someone else. So it's just, to me, that's a huge critique of this game. It does impact replayability. No platinum impacts replayability. Come on, that is ridiculous. No platinum, but the PS4, version has a platinum because they just combine Call of Duty after Call of Duty into one app. It's so dumb and annoying. Replayability in this game should be a 10 because if it had a platinum, it could be a 10. It has unlimited replayability with multiplayer. Always, it's going to take a long time to prestige to the 10th level. So this should be a 9 over a 10, but I knocked it down to a 7 because I do not like pay to win. And once you've played zombies, 10 or 15 times, you've beat that little story, that's going to get old. You beat the campaign, that's going to get old. And then multiplayer, you can just pay more and get to the 10th prestige, whatever. I don't know. So I think 7's fair for replayability. Fun factor, I also gave a 7. I had an incredible time, but the more you play this game, you've kind of seen it. I need something to go for besides some level. There's no platinum trophy, so once you prestige for the first time, you get that trophy. Once you get a diamond gun, you get that trophy, and that's really the main two that take a minute. And I already have one of them, so I don't know, man. I do love this game. I'm having a lot of fun with the game. Don't get me wrong, but I wish that I'm just looking for something with I don't want everybody to have the trophy. I wish that there was a leveling system that mattered, because just getting to level 55 prestiging, and going to the gas station and buying you some Call of Duty drink, that is dumb. I mean, and then paying for all these stupid explosions and characters that guns are on fire, all that stuff I could just do without. So that impacts my fun factor score for sure. People are like boxes or something. I mean, it is dumb. Okay, I saw something today, and I guess it's new, but there's like purple explosions going on. Like, what is all that? I mean, just keep it a military shooter. This Black Ops. It's like dark, covert operations. The campaign's the highlight here. Make a whole game with this engine, like a 20, 30-hour campaign, just like this, with no silly purple crap, with normal characters. Just the campaign, and give me a platinum trophy, a bunch of trophies to go for, hard mode, couch co-op, multiplayer. I'm just an old man here, and I miss the way games used to be. I don't want every little kid to get to level 55 and think they're good. That's dumb. I want there to be skill involved in what level you are. Just to recap: graphics a 10, performance a 10, gameplay / story an 8, replayability a 7, fun factor a 7. That averages out to an 8.4 out of 10. Very well made game, fun, interesting campaign. Multiplayer's fun, zombies is fun, right? It's just you know what you're getting into with a Call of Duty game. This is no different than any other Call of Duty game, except now there's more stuff you can pay for. It's good, but I'm not going to go out and buy every Call of Duty game because I have this game. Put it that way. I'm ready for something new, fresh. I'm ready for a well-made game like this that doesn't nickel and dime you and this pass and that pass and the menu's over just bloated and there's so much crap to just update, and do you want this, and 500 gigs later you got the whole game on your system. Anyway, Call of Duty, whatever this is. How many Call of Duties are there? But this is a good one. So that's all I got. Server now.